No, it was, I think,
Absolutely.
2002 or 2003.
Bragger.
No, I had to think for a second because I'm like, what was I doing?
2002. No, God, no. Dude, I would have been 15. No. No, I didn't have that much time. No. No, God, no. I was like walking around in fucking tight jeans talking about soccer. That was not happening. Hello and welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast. I'm Brent. I'm joined as always by my good friend Kirk. Say hi, Kirk.
Say hi, Kirk.
And we're joined as always by our good friend Benny. Say hi, Benny.
I think I'm illiterate.
Yay! What?
No.
I mean, boo!
Well, if it's true, is it still appropriate to boo? Probably.
Yeah,
It's funny.
I'm not like our president. I don't love the uneducated.
I'm an indictment of the American education system.
Woo! So, hi fellas. I knew what to do for the intro, but we're in that awkward, scary phase between when we talk about what we're going to talk about and the intro, where I just kind of make odd, angry noises. I'm going to talk about video games. Hang on. I have a video game I want to talk about. I got two. I'm going to talk about two video games.
I do too.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that like Snake.
Foreshadowing? Maybe?
Oh, maybe.
That was a very convincing David Hayter, actually.
I rasped it out.
Oh.
Rasped it out.
I have been playing a game that we need to get for Kirk, and maybe both of you, probably definitely Kirk. But there's a reason why you might be interested in it too, Benny. I'm pointing at Benny. So it's called The Messenger, and it is the Sea of Stars is the prequel to The Messenger. It is a NES / Super Nintendo style. It looks a lot like Shovel Knight at the beginning. Style action platformer / Metroidvania. And the reason why I keep doing / is that the game changes completely halfway through, both in visual style and genre.
What's Sea of Stars?
It's a JRPG.
Love Letter to Chrono Trigger
yeah.
and like Earthbound and a couple of the other SNES.
Yeah.
Brent.
Oh, fuck, did we play that?
No, that
No.
was Cosmic Star Heroine.
Oh, okay.
But it's, I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Brent bought this for me a couple years ago. I fell in love with it. In
It's
fact,
such a
if
good
you, Kirk, you will like it too.
don't know what I like.
Yeah.
I know.
You will like
I know
The Messenger.
I know that spot you like.
That's true. But we all know that spot.
It's called my butthole.
Well, the real. I was going to say the real clue is the arrow pointing down to it that he
Right.
got tattooed on his back.
Yeah.
Calls it my fun zone. Editor Brent, bleep out her name.
Yeah, it's
bleep out the wife's name.
But yeah, so it is a retro style action platformer, and then halfway through you like jump forward in time, and when you jump forward in time, it changes from NES to Super Nintendo style graphics.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so fucking
That's
cool.
so charming.
fucking dope.
And it becomes a Metroidvania where you're like re-exploring all the areas that you were originally going through in the like action platformer Ninja Gaiden-y kind of thing. But you have more tools now to explore it, and you're looking for pieces of stuff that you missed. It has a really awesome move set, and like it feels so fluid. It does feel a lot like Ninja Gaiden. It definitely has that.
So it's impossible.
But I was going to say, but it is much more forgiving. I know I hesitate to ever brag about being good at anything, but I'm decent at action platformers. I don't find this a particularly challenging game. So I think, yeah, very fun. It's old. I've had it in my Steam library forever.
Crocage, he is good at least one type of game.
Just one. It's that and Balatro. I'm good at exactly two things: action platformers and Balatro.
I doubt that video will be up if we're going to post it. But
yeah. So we played some Peak with Crocage from our Discord, and yeah, I'm real bad at 3D.
We had
games.
a lot of fun though.
It was a good time. It was a really good time. But yeah, I'm real bad at 3D games. The other thing is that I for my wife's birthday I bought Guitar Hero for my 360. And the whole family has been playing an obscene amount of Guitar Hero. And I forgot how fucking fun that is. I just one more reason to hate Activision, I guess, that's kind of dead, but
I mean, I think we all I know Kirk definitely. Did you play a lot in college too, Brent?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, so we all played obsessive amounts of Guitar Hero and then like Rock Band and stuff throughout
mostly
college.
Rock Band,
yeah. I had a friend who was an asshole. And one of his favorite things to do was beat people in Guitar Hero with his butt. He would put the guitar behind him and he could like actuate the keys with his hands backwards, behind him, and then he would strum with his ass. And he would frequently beat people. I actually think he was slightly better with his ass than with his hands, if you know what I mean.
Which says a lot about probably his college experience. So
yeah, probably similar to yours, honestly.
So I think
I was a party animal in a sloot.
That's true.
Yeah.
I thought that's what Brent was
That was
alluding
like the
to.
only thing.
Yeah, I was
learning-
just saying you're good with your ass.
Oh well, I was. That's the number one thing I learned is that chicks dig the host of a party. Like,
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
We used to play Guitar Hero and Rock Band at the bar.
At the
I worked
bar,
at
yeah.
too. We'd hook it up to it. We'd drag it. We had a projection flat screen, so like it wasn't the modern ones. This thing weighed like 200 pounds, and two of us would drag a TV out to the middle of the dance floor and set it up on the catwalk on the stage because it was that classy of a bar. Still love that place. I don't care.
No
and then
input lag there at all.
and we'd play Rock Band through the bar's sound system.
yeah. The owner was all
fucking
for it. He was,
excellent.
you'd get out, you'd come
play
from
with
behind
us.
the bar and play with us. Yeah.
It was blasty blast.
That sounds fun.
So anyway, I'm envious. We're reliving.
Yeah.
This whole podcast is nostalgia, self-gratification.
Yeah.
sometimes, but
It's
still.
very masturbatory. That will continue.
Because our waking lives are just so fucking horrible and depressing. We have to have this podcast to make ourselves feel good about, reminiscing. about
No, they're not.
the member berries and all that.
It's not depressing.
God. It's got too real for a minute here. Hang on, let me take a sip of beer. Betty, you were mentioning that you have a game or games.
A couple.
Tell us about them.
I'm going to nest one of them here as like a footnote or a link to a later conversation because it actually relates to. It's a modern game, but I think it is going to relate to a game I want to talk about for the context of the episode.
Okay.
But so
Is it Bubsy 3D?
you saw directly into my heart, Brent. No, so I've been playing. I went back to replay Borderlands 3 because Borderlands 4 comes out in 2 weeks, and as we've established, I can and am sometimes a AAA slut, and I love the Borderlands series. So I actually have taken a couple days off on my work calendar to
Nice.
just chill that weekend. And my life's been crazy lately, so I need some time to refill the old tank anyway. But Borderlands 3, I've been playing a lot of that because in retrospect, going back, I guess that game got some like mixed reviews. I suspect from people who were like over the whole shtick of ridiculous toilet humor.
Yeah.
I will never be over that.
Right. Hence the podcast.
And yes, and I don't care. Like I did fraudulently gain an English degree and still like toilet humor. So I don't go fuck yourself. I love Borderlands. I think Borderlands 3 holds up. I think it plays really well. The platforming element of like the 3D or the first person shooter element, like it's really smooth. It looks great. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long game too. They put a lot of content into it for a modern game, and it was essentially complete at launch, which
that doesn't happen
who
anymore.
knew?
Right.
Oh man, we played a lot of that around the pandemic, Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember old Smithy?
Oh my God.
I held her down to the ground and screamed in her face until my voice got hoarse.
Screamed for 2 hours until my voice went hoarse. You're going to have to cut this out, Brent, but I don't know how we can explain the context. Our ridiculous friend, JJ, who we've talked about a couple times.
Like every episode.
I know that's true, but
He should just be on the podcast at some point.
well, spoiler alert, we're going to have to talk about Morrowind sometime because it's kind of a big game for me. I know. And JJ insists that he has to be involved in that episode.
Oh, that's what I meant. So, like you once you said Morrowind, I'm like, okay, I make the JJ connection right there.
Yeah. But in the context of Borderlands 3, we're all remote during the pandemic, and it was a great opportunity for all of us to connect up and do something together. And JJ has a broken brain.
Yes.
and
is one of the more talented, like, accent / voice acting / like impressions guys I've ever met. So just whatever voice is about to happen here, add that to your knowledge banks.
Oh yeah. And I can't do it justice. I can't, like, we'll just have to have him recreate it when we have him on and remember it. But he just had us rolling for like, actually there was a point in the game where we're playing a section and he voiced the character, holding down another character and just screaming into their face for 2 hours until his voice went hoarse. Just the idea of it is ridiculous.
And there was another character too, I can't remember.
and he did it, and he perfectly recreated the character's voice. So it was Sir Hammerlock. It was Sir Hammerlock from the game. So
and didn't like Sir Hammerlock, wasn't he being accused of like stealing like children's
eyeballs?
Yeah. And that became a whole thing, and he just
so JJ recreates Sir Hammerlock in perfect 1-to-1 voice recreation. This genteel Southern lunatic. He's talking about holding down this person and screaming into their face for 2 hours straight. And it's probably not translating, but we're clearly tickled by it. But I think we stopped to laugh and cry for like 10 straight minutes. We couldn't play. He broke us.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of like late stage nostalgia for this game.
Late stage nostalgia.
And he started insinuating that the two characters were actually like falling in love with each other too.
Oh, if I just coined that, I get to keep credit for that term.
Yeah. Can I just say that I think the podcast counts as late stage nostalgia?
Well, now that sounds like we're all circling the drain. Like it's
I don't know what we give
terminal
that
nostalgia.
It's too late. Just pull the plug.
Life support is no longer sufficient.
Right.
So anyway, I've been playing Borderlands 3, and I like it. It's fun, and if you can find it on sale and want something with a lot of content, I think it's if you like first person shooters and toilet humor, then it's I know, Brent.
Don't. Yeah.
but it's been taking up some time, and I've been enjoying that. And then I started playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Oh, how is that?
It's beautiful. It's actually for this kind of indie studio that I need to look into it more to like kind of understand. I don't know a lot. All I know is that like my impression is that it was an indie studio that kind of came out of nowhere and really kind of took the world by storm. It for good reason. It's really beautiful, and it melds a couple of elements that I never would have thought to see melded together. It's basically Final Fantasy X meets Elden Ring in some ways, and I love that. But I don't want to talk too much about it just now, because this is the one that links to a game that I want to talk about with relation to our topic today.
Okay. Yeah, I have seen so much. It's like in the zeitgeist so much right now. Like I've seen so many videos and heard so many podcasts and just so much content being made about that game. Also, I really like the Someone described it as, because it's French, a JRPG. And that made me really happy. With an apostrophe between the J and
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Our topic.
Wait, Kirk gets to play video games too, Brent.
No. Shut up.
So I've been playing a lot of... Okay, so here's how I got stung by a bunch of wasps.
Oh, yeah. I don't know this story yet.
Yeah,
what happened?
okay. So here's why, to all of our why I missed the last recording session. So, little preface, as, you know, an IT nerd, I have a lot of, like, you know, network infrastructure stuff. And, well, yeah, wasps. Well, you know, also security cameras around the house. And on one side of our house that really, for the longest time, didn't really do anything. The reason why there's a camera there is because it looked down at an egress window because the son at the time was he was just sneaking girls in and out of his the basement egress window.
Good for him.
Yeah. And Pam caught them one morning and freaked the fuck out, and she was just like, "You need to put a camera up there now!" And it was thundering and lightning outside, and I got my extension ladder out and I fucking pulled a line and put a camera right above it. So. But as time has gone on, it's like, well, we should make this camera do something. The son's in college now, but, you know, we've always wanted to have better visibility on that side of the house. So I was outside on the extension ladder, pulling off pieces of the siding so I could move
Putting bars on the windows.
Putting bars on the windows, yeah. In the nice neighborhood I live in, yeah, I'm going to put bars on the windows.
What's Kirk doing with that razor wire?
Right?
Yeah. I'm fucking pissing off the HOA is what I'm doing. But I'm pulling off pieces of the siding to move the Ethernet line to a different part of that house.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of movement. I'm shaking and like parts of the house. You know, obviously when I'm yanking off the pieces of the siding. No wasps at any point in time. Like a couple would fly by every now and then, but it's like it's the Midwest. It's the summer. Wasps are just around. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And I'm
the classic Missouri experience.
Yeah. Well, Kansas, but yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So, I'm finishing up. I moved the camera, and
you were one of those.
People. Yeah. I'm on the good side.
That's true.
Anyway.
God damn it.
I hate that it's accurate, but it's accurate.
Yeah. So I've been using power tools. I'm making a lot of racket. I have the camera installed. I'm putting pieces of the siding back on, and I'm you know, tucking the wire behind the pieces of the siding. And there's this attic vent, or a gable vent in specific, if you need to know what kind of vent. It's not like it's on the roof. No, it's a gable vent on the side of the house that goes into the attic.
How many RPM?
What?
How many CFM? What? CFM and RPM.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. At this point in the story, I haven't installed the fan yet.
Oh shit.
That's a different. That's
Sorry.
the next
All right.
week.
We'll get back to that then.
Yeah. So.
Is your house positive pressure or negative pressure?
The attic is honestly, it's negative still. Like, let's be real, it is. It will take a lot of work.
Feeling a lot of negative pressure lately.
Yeah. So to run the Ethernet cable, I had to pop off part of the that gable vent.
It's my favorite little vodka brand. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Pop off.
Oh, pop up. Yeah. Shit, I forgot about that.
Brent, you were on fire.
I know, he is. Remember that shit? You could damn near buy it with quarters.
Sorry, please tell your story. I'll shut up.
No, that was golden, dude. Oh, God, remember we used to mix Pop Off and fucking Sunny D when we were really poor?
No, you don't, because brain damage.
Brain dabblage.
I had it described to me one time. I remember Popov.
Only the people that swirl it around in their mouth and spit it out like wine
poison
tasters.
that you used to make. It was like orange juice concentrate.
Oh, crack
Popov
juice.
And,
it was just called crack juice.
And was it like what beer did you use?
Whatever was cheapest. Usually Keystone.
That's right.
When we wanted to get fancy, we would use Coors.
It was shockingly tasty.
Anyway, it was tasty, but it would fuck you up. I have to tell people how to make it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go back to the story. So, crack juice was something we used to make in college. It was inefficient. Or, I mean, not inefficient. It was very cost-friendly, and it would get you drunk efficiently.
Yes.
And it was tasty.
Yes. These are all true statements.
Yeah, I said inefficient. It has clearly impacted my brain today. No, it's you get like one of those big kind of construction coolers, you know, with the spout. It is you get 5 orange juice concentrates the frozen ones you get at like a grocery store. We didn't have a lot of money, so we would get whatever's the cheapest. The shit that was like 70 cents a can.
Yeah.
But we did find out later, like if you use like good Minute Maid stuff, it does change the taste, by the way. And the beer you use also will change the taste for the better. Anyway, so it's just 5 orange juice concentrates, 30 cans of beer, and an entire handle of vodka. That's it.
That's the whole recipe.
That's the whole recipe, and you stir it, and you drink it.
It's similar to mop water, but with orange juice instead of lemonade.
Yeah. You drink it, but very carefully.
Yeah. We made a mistake once trying to play beer pong with it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You play one game, and it's like, I'm going to bed.
Did I ever tell you about the time I played Everclear Pong?
Yes.
That's when I met my wife.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wasn't it in someone's basement? Whose basement was that?
It was always in
It was a basement. It was someone's basement, I'm pretty sure.
All of these stories took place in basements.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wasps.
You probably should bleep out her name as well. But yeah, that was a good time. The basement was kind of like that huge boiler that they had down there was always crack my shit up.
Yeah.
So like something out of Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did that come out?
I'm not scared anymore.
Did that
hear me?
Did that come out in 99?
No.
Next episode.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so yeah, gable vent.
Gable vent.
It's one of the last things because one of the exit to the exterior of the house where I was running the Ethernet line was right by the gable vent for obvious reasons. You don't have to poke as many holes in your house if there's already a hole there.
Right.
So I'm popping this back in, and all of a sudden, and like just whole luckily it seemed like the bigger wasps had like flown away.
Yeah.
But the smaller ones immediately attacked my left titty. And keep
and then
in
the
mind,
one from Mario Paint came after him.
I haven't really explained
meaty
yet.
bastard.
I'm on an extension ladder about 25 feet in the air.
Oh, fuck me.
So as the wasp,
thank you.
Luckily, it was really hot and humid that day, and it randomly rained at like 9 a.m. for like a half an hour. So yeah. I'm soaked, which I think benefited me because it was harder for them to get their stinger through my shirt.
Right.
But they were stinging the shit out of my left titty, and I think I got a haircut like the next day, and I think the hairstylist was like, "Yeah, I think they got you on your neck too." I'm like, "Oh, I can't feel shit, so whatever."
That's because of the crack juice.
We should make that today.
Do you have anywhere you need to be after that?
No, actually, it turns out the father-in-law is showing up a lot later now. I just found that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
We can make a small pitcher of crack juice. We can put it in a decanter.
It does surprisingly last a while, like a lot longer than you'd think, but after 5 days, just dump it out.
It's surprisingly last. Not when I'm around.
So I'm getting the shit stung out of me, but I have to be calm because I'm on an extension ladder 20. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, and the whole time I'm calmly trying to get down off this ladder, and I'm just looking down, going, "When can I jump?"
Right.
That was what's going through my head. So I get down, and I jump the last, tuck and roll, hot. Like Link style. It was awesome.
Your wife's out there with the hose, like that scene in The Burbs, like you're rolling around.
And I get away, and I go into the house because I'm like adrenaline rush. I'm like, my brain hasn't figured out what to do next.
Right.
And I come into the house and I'm just holding my left titty and I'm panting, and
so then your wife thought you were having a heart attack.
Yeah, she did.
Got it.
So she's just ghost faced. She looks at me. She goes, "Oh my God, what's wrong? What's happening?" And I'm just like, I just put up my finger because I'm just like, my brain's still like
jittery.
Yeah. And I'm like, I finally came to after, I don't know, it felt like an eternity, but she said it was like at 5 seconds I finally said something.
Yeah.
But it felt like 30 minutes. And I said, I just got stung by a whole shit ton of wasps. She's like, do you need to go to the hospital? Is your throat closing up? I'm like, I don't think I'm allergic to wasps. I think,
yeah,
I've been stung by them plenty of times. Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what should I do? And I'm like, nothing. I'm so angry right now. And like the adrenaline got taken over by rage.
Right.
And I went out to the garage and I got my, cause I have multiple cans of big wasp killer. Wasps used to be a huge problem in our house until we got it outside our house until we, I have Terminex come out quarterly now and the house is sided. And, but they just happen to be in this attic vent really high in the air, so no one ever paid attention.
Noticed,
I never noticed. But I no shit sprayed an entire can of the Raid Hot Wasp and Hornet Killer in or around that entire gable vent. It was so much to the point where a little bit later on when I go in the attic and had to install a powered gable fan to that same hole, I could see the remnants of that wasp nest, and I instantly got mad again, even though this is days later. I got another can out of the garage and sprayed the shit out of it.
I have a wasp killing story for after this.
Well, we have a previous wasp killing story from the podcast, if you remember.
Oh yeah, that was in like the after thing.
Killed a wasp right in here with that.
Oh
spray.
shit! Yeah,
We're like, wow, that was fast.
Yeah, vodka will do that.
Yeah. Let's have some.
So we were supposed to record like the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Brent, I've been stung by a whole bunch of wasps. I'm just not feeling good because at that point, like my adrenaline rage wore off, so my body's just
so then you're just
shot.
exhausted.
Yeah. And I'm like the only thing keeping me conscious is probably the mix of adrenaline, wasp venom, and alcohol. Because after I came inside,
pretty sure that's how they made Bane.
Yeah. Kinda.
Wasp venom, adrenaline, and alcohol.
No, after I sprayed that entire can on the side of the house, I popped in like the last two things of siding and then closed everything up. And I took a really long shower and was kind of nursing my wounds, and then I hit the bottle hard. Yeah. And I'm like, Brent, I can't record, and I feel so bad, but the day I've had,
we got to plan for peeing on your wasp stings.
It was good because now if anybody's wondering what the podcast would be like in its original intended form of just Benny and I,
bad,
we can show them and be like, no, that would be a mistake.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. You guys are like, oh, it's we're so bougie when Kirk's not around. Kirk's not bougie. I'm like, you guys choose to use those words and phrases. You don't have to. You just do because you're douchebags.
Indubitably.
I would. Hey, my friend.
I just wanted to cut down on them a little bit. Sorry.
I would just like to point out. I hear words and clips and phrases. I think sick like ginger ale.
Mm-hmm.
I see our time has gotten stale.
Yeah, like what, the guy with the philosophy degree just can't be bougie? I can be super fucking pretentious and bougie if you want me to be. I just choose not to because all of our fan would get really upset.
I love that the guy who, every time I call you out of the blue, you're like, oh yeah, we're having a fucking charcuterie plate and cracking a bottle of red wine. It's like, is the comic relief.
And I've already apologized to you about that. I was like, I
hate how accurate that statement is. If we have a t-shirt with just word blobs or frequent phrases, I hate how accurate that statement is. That's going to be the biggest one on that shirt.
For what it's worth, the commentary was all about the fact that you have the ability to regulate yourself, where we're just self-aggrandizing douchebags.
Yes.
And you're just like, I could say that, but I chose not to.
You keep us in line.
I wanted to get angry at what Brent said, but I'm like, fuck, that's so true because I literally did that same thing on Wednesday.
Kirkleton, did you have video game things that you wanted to talk about?
Oh, he's giving me his mad German eyes.
Oh no,
no, those were his sexy German eyes.
I will say though, I don't.
They look same thing.
They look very similar. Yeah,
it's
Ask the Polish how they feel about that.
Okay.
Whoops. All right. Let's throw it in reverse and back out of Nazi Germany. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 5% Polish. I can make that joke.
Oh, fair enough.
5%. Shut up.
Hey, it's more than most white people who are like, oh, I'm part Native American. I can say that.
That's true.
I'm 1/16 Cocker Spaniel. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure I had a great-grandpa who was Cherokee. First off, no, you fucking didn't. And secondly, that doesn't excuse anything.
Unless you're trying to apply for college, then maybe throw that in there because you
know. No, definitely get the money. Get the money. Yeah, no. Fucking get those checks, man. No. Don't misunderstand me. But
I have been playing one. I've been every podcast I've been saying I've been playing a lot of Helldivers.
Helldivers too. Yeah.
Recently, more so, which is also the reason why I didn't complete or beat today's game
Okay.
is because I got horribly distracted. So at the time this comes out, not too long ago, Helldivers 2 opened up to the Xbox community.
Ooh.
So, and it's a big deal because it's the first game it's a PlayStation Studios game that's available for Xbox players.
Nice.
So it's always been PlayStation and PC only. And now Xbox can play with everybody in the playground, which is awesome. So the game went from having like maybe...
All 6 Xboxes can now...
Fuck, you're going to eat your words. So the game went from like maybe at peak on a weekend, like 100,000.
Yeah.
The CEO is just like, hey, calm down, guys, because it has 500,000 concurrent players.
Holy shit.
They thought like, originally they were like, oh, well, Xbox is going to bring in like 40,000 extra players. No, like the server has been having problems.
Again?
Yeah. It's like having problems trying to facilitate all of these extra players. And then it got an increase on PlayStation and PC too, because at the same time they released what's called a war bond in the game where there's a crossover between Halo ODST and Helldivers. So you can wear like ODST gear from Halo. Well,
that's my favorite Halo game.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Yeah. And everyone has been wanting that crossover forever because even Arrowhead said Helldivers are, the whole inspiration for the game is pretty much because of ODSTs in the Halo universe because they're the
of course.
Except they can't use the term Hell Jumpers because that's what because that's what ODSTs are.
Yeah.
So they had to say Helldiver and Helldivers.
I will say,
but now you can get a cape with the symbol that says Hell Jumper, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
But
it does feel like an Xbox game.
Yeah.
Like just from like it's got that kind of visual. Not that means anything in 2025, but it used to.
Yep. So you can get like the Halo assault rifle and the shotgun and like the silenced SMG from Halo ODST to play in Helldivers. It's been so much fun and eating up all of my time.
Can you get one of the little stinger guns from the bad guys with the little that shoots the little purple darts?
Oh no plasma weapons or anything like that.
I love those things.
That would have been cool.
They do have
I thought you were going back into another Wasp reference.
No.
They have like the silent pistol from ODST as well. It's really cool. They have the recon armor and the traditional like ODST armor too. Available. It's so fun. It's so fun.
That's awesome.
And I have no problems finding like a quick play because that's what I always just scan for SOS beacons and join whoever needs my help. And at one point in time, I'd have to wait like 30 seconds or a couple minutes to find a match. Now it's just instantaneous because there's so many fucking people playing.
Well, that's the thing with any kind of these like online multiplayer games. It doesn't make any sense to silo it into a particular console because you're shooting yourself in the foot in terms of how much fun it is to play.
Yeah.
If you're locking because if it's an online multiplayer game, it's more fun if there's more people doing it.
Yeah, in terms of like online play and like cooperative play, your greater market share is going to be where your platforms cross over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And even Xbox's official Twitter, they had like, they did the bro, hand art, the Arnold Predator. The bro fist or whatever you want to call it.
Not Lando and Arnold.
Yep. And
Carl Weathers, that's his name.
Yeah.
He's got a stew going.
But they did it with Helldiver arms, and then it was like Xbox players and PlayStation players, like the meme.
Yeah.
And then in the center, it's like fighting for managed democracy. So that was really cool that Xbox was just like, hell yeah, we're really happy to play with PlayStation because you should. Like, games are better together. They are.
Managed democracy it hits a little different in 2025.
Yeah, but it's the whole shtick of the game.
Satirical.
Right? Yeah, but it's a joke
for sure. It's definitely a joke.
It's for sure a joke, and
it's not
real. It's not what it actually.
Wink, wink, nudge,
is.
nudge.
Okay.
Jackboot.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our topic, which is we're gonna rewind the clock. We're trying a new format. You remember formats? You remember when we didn't just do? You remember?
Yeah. Are we gonna distribute our podcast on floppy disk now?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh shit! Are we doing 1999 first?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Okay.
Is that cool?
I thought we were doing the
Yeah.
other one. Because I mentioned, like, well, that's why I didn't complete today's game.
Oh, shit.
Because, like,
It's fine.
It's
Everybody
fine.
knows that we record 2 at a time. It's
Yeah.
fine. So we're trying a new format. We're going to talk about a year. And then we're going to talk about things that happened in that year.
You remember years, right?
You remember years, right? Pepperidge Farm remembers years. You remember when certain people weren't allowed in the front of buses? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And, like, actual years, not like COVID years where everything just kind of hit
not
fast forward.
The lost years.
Yeah, since 2020, it's
I like
just
that,
I'm
the
pretty
last
sure it's the longest month of my life. Yeah. Is
I'm 3 years younger than I actually am.
I hate how accurate that
right?
statement is.
I know, right?
Yeah. No. That takes me a second to process. Okay. So we're gonna try this. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about the year 1999. We're gonna talk about games that came out in 1999. We're gonna talk about our memories. We're gonna weaponize some fucking nostalgia all over your faces. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna talk about
Oh man, that fusion of those idioms don't go together very well. Oh man,
this is when you find out that Brent is actually just a Chat GPT bot. Like,
Finally happened.
it's just
that's why he wasn't any good at Peak.
just spewing recycled.
Fuck, that was a deep cut, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, all of our fan watched hopefully I'll have that episode out where we played Peak.
God,
where
I was
Brent
so
was
bad.
wildly mediocre.
The thing is, you are good at video games, just not that one.
I am good,
and that's okay.
I am good at video game. I'm good at Super Mario World. I should do that. I should record like a playthrough of, because I think my best time's like 13 minutes for Super Mario World.
Do it to prove it.
Yeah, just be like, see, there's like a game that I'm good at. I mean, to be fair, I've been playing it for 34 years. 34 fucking years. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Talking of things, let's talk about 1999 and the reason why we reverting to puberty. The reason why I wanted to talk about this year specifically as a
Oh, this one's off the rails.
so early. The reason why I wanted to talk about 99 as kind of a start to this format is because 1998, 1999 has come up a lot on the podcast already. Just a little taste of that. The games that we've already covered that came out in either 98 or 99, Escape Velocity Override, Final Fantasy VIII, so literally the last two, Alpha Centauri, Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Racer, Link's Awakening DX. I don't know if that counts, but we'll say it does. And Baldur's Gate. So, like, this was kind of a big year. And I love right before the podcast, Benny was like, yeah, it's almost like, being fucking 12 or 13. Like, that's kind of like when you get nostalgia for.
I feel like Alpha Centauri was older, though. I didn't realize it was 99, but there
It was
is,
98, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, okay. And it was just a big year in general for
I mean,
for gaming.
It was I think it was just like a cultural, like a sociocultural, technological nexus of events and happenings. I mean, it was the precursor to a bunch of shit that was going to happen. I mean, I was talking about it a little bit earlier, and I don't know if it'll make it into the cut or maybe it'll be an outtake or something, but Y2K, like the Y2K bug, and like technologically speaking, that was by the latter half of the year, it was all anybody could think about or talk about. It seemed like, like obviously, like music wise, was if you were into anything that was happening that time in your life, then there was a lot of really influential music happening at the time. And of course, like the .com bubble would burst the following year and everything. So like it was the precursor to a lot of shit happening. If it wasn't actively happening, it was leading up to it.
It felt like, and this might be, it felt like in the world as well as in my life specifically, like a really big pivot happened. I mean, because obviously, like I think for everybody of a certain age, 2001 9/11, that was a huge moment where it felt like everything kind of shifted. And for our age bracket, it like happened at a really important time in just our transition to adulthood in general. But 99, it was like it kind of felt like the last gasp of my childhood. One of the things that I wanted to
last gasp of humanity, really.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
The fucking doomsday clock was at 9 minutes to midnight, and it hasn't gotten better ever since.
Yeah. Jesus.
Just real quick, I wanted to run through the rest of these because this is not games that we've covered, but games that also came out either 98 or 99. Railroad Tycoon 2, Myth 2 Soul Blighter, the first gen of Pokemon came out, Resident Evil 2, Final Fantasy 7, Half-Life, Thief, Xenogears, StarCraft, Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun, Age of Empires 2, Metal Slug 2, GoldenEye 007, Unreal Tournament, I played a fuck ton of Unreal Tournament, Soul Calibur, Gran Turismo 2, Chrono Cross, EverQuest, which was like one of the first big online RPGs.
Donkey Kong 64.
Donkey Kong 64, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Shenmue, like it was fucking. It felt like there was a new like
the original Silent Hill, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been right around then as well.
And
it was a good time to be a teenager.
Yeah, it was a really good time to be a teenager. And like and then hardware releases. This is just fun. The Game Boy Color, the Dreamcast, which god damn, the 99.99 Dreamcast release was like burned into my brain. And I never owned a Dreamcast, but it just felt like everybody was talking about it. And they had that weird fucking ad campaign that was just super cool. I don't know, man. It was really neat. I have papers. I have so many papers with lists of songs and movies and TV shows and sports things that happened. I'm wearing a fucking Kansas City Wizards late 90s t-shirt.
My first car was a 99 Chevy Blazer.
Nice.
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 God damn. I miss that car so much.
It was kind of in some ways, if you were, if you weren't black, the 90s, we kind of reached the peak of humanity in a lot of ways that year.
If you weren't black. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. It's like, I forget what comedian did the bit where he's like, it's always funny. You can tell who's white by how much they're interested in time travel.
Oh, no.
Because he's like, like for me, there's like, I go back like 4 years, maybe max.
God damn.
Whereas you motherfuckers can go whenever you want.
Ooh, accurate.
I was like, yeah. So we can go through all this, and we probably will talk about some of the shit. I wanted to just like kind of dive in with like stories, and I had one that I wanted to kind of get us going with, and then I'll shut up for a minute because I've been talking for what feels like a really long time. But 99 for me with gaming specifically was the year that we both got a Windows PC for the first time, and I got my N64. And so I went from like 1998, I had a Super Nintendo and a Mac. So those were my gaming platforms. So all of the games that we've talked about here that like are either on the N64 or the PC, this was my first experience with them. I fucking lost my shit when we got the PC because it was suddenly there was like a vast number of relatively inexpensive jewel case video games to play. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of when I became a PC gamer. Hey everybody, Future Brent here. At this point I wound up going off on a diatribe about the Gravis gamepad, which is a generic brand of PC controller from the 90s. Do look them up, they're hideous and awful, but I talk a lot in this episode, and I'd like to try and cut this down to a manageable length, so I'm going to just turn it over to Benny, and Benny had a story that he was telling that is probably more interesting than talking at length about how terrible a controller was.
I played on a very ancient TV that you had to change like the input from like the antenna over to like one of the inputs. Mm-hmm. It was analog, so like it would process like everything in, but it wouldn't change over by just pushing the button. You actually had to hold the button to charge like a capacitor and then let it go so it would switch over.
What?
Yeah. This thing was ancient, but like beautifully crafted Japanese TV. But yeah, you had to hold the button for a second to charge it before it would switch over, or there wasn't enough of a current to like change the circuit path or something. Bizarre. Yeah. So I played Ocarina of Time on this TV that had this. It was like a spaceship. It was like a driving like a mid 90s model Nissan, like one of like the luxury versions where like there were way too many controls for way too many things.
That sounds amazing.
It was.
We had one with there was like a wood panel TV with the dial that you'd have to manually turn, and it had two dials. It had like because it was like VHF and UHF.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it can only go up to like 23 before you have to for VHF. Then UHF was anything higher.
Right.
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. And then there's Weird Al for some reason.
I have that movie. I think.
Yeah.
Cult classic that most people hate.
I've never actually seen it. I just know that it exists.
I'm pretty sure I have it on Plex. So
You do.
Have at it. Oh, you do.
Yeah. No, I keep clicking by it and going, I should watch this one of those days.
That dude has aged well, by the way.
God, yeah.
That dude's awesome.
I swear he just doesn't age.
No, he looks exactly the fucking same.
Oh my god, he's hilarious on everything he's in. When he was a guest on Game Grumps once, and he was so friggin' funny.
Speaking of 1999, Running with Scissors by Weird Al came out.
Nice.
That was like the best one.
I know it's one of the best.
Let's talk about music for just a second.
Well, fine. I didn't want to talk about my fucking.
Well, no, tell me anything. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm
It's
bad.
fine. Second.
No,
it's fine.
Kirk, please. I
Whatever.
want
Pee on his wasp wounds until
Yeah.
he leaves.
See, this is what happens. I miss one episode, and then I'm already just written out.
I am.
Brent just immediately skips over me. It doesn't matter.
I am fucking like wired. I'm like bouncing all over the fucking place because I don't know.
I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. He keeps skipping over me. That's why.
We're not even here anymore. Brent's just like, what do you think about that, Benny? And like, there's like 15 minutes of silence, and you're like, interesting, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? There's just silence, and he's like,
No,
Brent's had a full psychotic break.
I picture just inside Brent's mind. It's that kind of that meme where in Japanese it says, "I'm already several parallel universes ahead of you." That's what's going on inside Brent right now.
Yeah. No, when you said that, I was thinking that it's just like I start talking in your voice. It's like, Daddy, what do you think of that?
This podcast is actually just one guy.
Yeah.
Brent, that's why he was bad at peak, because he was playing two controllers with both feet and then one with his hands.
Eventually, he is going to be like, he's going to open the fucking door, and he's like, all right, you know what? Get the fuck out. I'm just, that's a good idea. I'm just going to do it. I'll just be you guys
now.
I'm so.
I'm Beyonce.
we listen to the next episode, and it's like, what do you think of that pillow, Benny? Like a full body pillow with fucking smiley face on it.
It's just like a fucking normal anime body pillow, and then I've glued my beard onto it that I've shaved off.
Hell yeah!
And Kirk is just a melon on a mop stick.
I fall over and the cantaloupe explodes, and Brent's like, "Oh my god, no, Kirk!"
Guys,
that's what this show should be.
Kirk,
yeah,
tell us your story.
My biggest memory from '99, that era, was so I would have been like 12 or 13 or whatever. So I grew up in a fucking German Catholic household in the Midwest, which meant you always went to church,
right?
And Catholic churches, stand, sit, kneel, nothing's padded.
Right. Yep.
It's already suffering that you have to go, but we're going to make you suffer more.
Right.
But then, when you're not going to church, you also have to take fucking catechism classes. In the area, I think we just refer to as CCD. I don't know what CCD stands for even still to this day, but I just know the equivalent is catechism classes. So every Wednesday, I would hang out at a friend's house until it's time to go to these stupid and waste of time. Like, I lost so much time in my life, and I couldn't express myself monosyllabically enough for my parents to understand what my feelings. Like, this is
what you mean. You can't convey complex ideas by just going, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The neighbor kid said a full sentence to me the other day. And like, I want to be clear. I really like this kid. He's a good dude. But I was like, oh, it's happening. Mm-hmm. He's becoming not a teenager anymore. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
It is weird. When my teenagers started doing that, I was like, holy shit, this is freaky. He's like such a happy person now in college. But it was the same way for me, though.
Oh, yeah.
I went to college and I was just like, my personality flipped.
Oh, yeah.
I smiled more.
Absolutely. Me too. No, I was just so happy all the fucking time.
All the time. Yeah.
Whereas before that, I was so miserable.
Yeah.
It's almost like growing up in a town of like 100 people is like fucking psychologically scarring.
Yeah. Yeah. With him, I just think he likes the freedom, and he can be his own person without us around,
and probably there's not a fucking camera pointed at his window, so he can just bring the girls in through the front door.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is that we even told him, like, we know you have a girlfriend, she can use the front door. And he was like, I don't have a girlfriend. Yes, you do. Shit, I remember when the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl one of those times, and he was actually out. He said he was going on a walk, and then like halfway up the cul-de-sac, we see him, and then we see like another girl walking like 10, 15 feet behind him. We're like, this is so fucking rude.
He doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a stalker.
Yeah, and it's like, Willem, we know who she is. We've seen her. It's like, did you forget that we have security cameras like everywhere?
And they just don't get it. He's like actually telling the truth. He's like, she's gonna fucking murder me, and they're like, come on in. Like,
yeah, like I don't have a girlfriend. I don't know who that girl is. She must live down the street. It's like, we live on a cul-de-sac full of old people. There are no kids here. You are the only kid. Anyways, yeah, shit. 99. Yeah, so I'd always go to this one friend's house. He had a N64. So that's where I first started playing Ocarina of Time and stuff like that. And we would play it until it was time for me to go to those stupid fucking Catholic classes. But yeah, that was my biggest, like, most influential memory of gaming. I mean, I played Siphon Filter and a bunch of other games that came out that same year. But that's the memory that sticks out to me most, was just after school. Because we'd watch like Dragon Ball Z, you know, on Cartoon Network, because they would show like some of the episodes at like 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'd get to keep up on that because I didn't have cable TV. So that was really cool to me.
Yep. Same. Actually, this was the year that I got cable TV and didn't have air conditioning.
Yeah.
Had cable TV. Clearly my family had priorities.
And for our younger Olive fan, cable TV was this thing before streaming services existed, where normally you would just call your normal cable provider, and it was just like a single cable that went into your TV, and then you just have more channels.
Yeah, you'd call your telephone company, and a guy would come out and drill a hole in your house.
Yes. Yeah.
It's that thing when you could have more than one channel on your TV, because
where the cord you plugged into your TV had a tiny erection.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Back when TV still had channels, you know.
Yeah.
Those don't really they're not relevant anymore.
But I basically exclusively watched Sci-Fi Channel. That was all I watched. I watched because Mystery Science Theater had moved over to Sci-Fi Channel, and I watched that. They moved it to a weird fucking time slot. It was like Mondays at 6:00 in the morning.
Those diabolical sons of bitches.
Right before, and so like I would get up like every Monday and watch the new episode. My dad would get up and watch it with me too, because he loved Mystery Science Theater. And then Farscape. That was the first year that Farscape came out. I watched a shit ton of Farscape. And speaking of things that gave me really funny feelings, Lex. If you are familiar with the show Lex, if you're not, go look it up. It's not good. It's not a good show. But the commercials
I'm looking it up right now.
were real horny. It is a really horny Canadian sci-fi show that they showed late at night on Sci-Fi Channel, and I would watch it on my black and white TV upstairs.
Well, you'd be horny too if you spent every day bathing in maple syrup. That's what they do, right?
I think so.
Kind
Pretty
of-
sure.
Good.
Fucking the poster for the show looks like an alternative rock group from Finland or something.
Yeah, that's a really good description.
It's crazy.
Well, you know they have to repopulate after.
and
the
I can
Hockey
tell
Wars.
which one's the keyboardist.
The Hockey Wars. Kirk, you mentioned it. Like a lot of us watching like Cartoon Network and like Toonami late at night.
Oh, especially Toonami.
Or like not late at night yet, because I think they realize like we kind of grew up with that. Or I should say that grew up with us a bit. So like I remember Toonami started at like 5 o'clock,
Yes.
like 4:30, 5
Yes.
o'clock at night, and went until about 7 or 8 o'clock. And it slowly started getting later and later. So Toonami grew up with us, and I think post a certain generation, no one needed to watch Dragon Ball Z or anime at like 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, they were doing other stuff. It was late at night when we were older teenagers going to bed. And
Yes.
so that was a thing that we grew up
And
with,
then as a result,
weirdly.
because of like our love for that kind of TV, they like, what was it, early 2000s sometime, Adult Swim.
I was just gonna say
Popped
this was
up.
in that
Yeah,
Because Adult
period
Swim wasn't
before
until the
Adult
early
Swim.
2000s.
Yeah, it was like 2002 or 3.
yeah.
Because the Toonami guy took over
Yes.
Adult Swim.
But no, I saw this thing and it was 3 current pop stars. I don't know who any of them fucking are. Future Brent here. It was Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, and Chappell Roan. The bad guy girl was one of them. That's how plugged into the fucking culture I am. But it was 3 female pop stars, and somebody was like, "Oh, Final Fantasy X2 cast looks really good."
Oh shit. Yeah, SpongeBob as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family Guy started in 99, which was weird. What else?
Should we cover
Futurama.
by genre a little bit?
I don't know. I'm bouncing
I
all
feel
over
like-
the place like a fucking...
Yeah, I feel like we should. And if,
Oh my God, Mission Hill.
because you're gonna have to. God, that was so good. You're gonna have to cut some of this down, Brent. And so like, let's maybe focus a little bit for you.
Good Eats. Futurama.
Oh my God, that's right. Futurama started right before the millennium.
Yeah.
That was the first episode, the whole shtick.
Yeah, that was the joke.
idea.
Yeah.
Good Lord, I'm
Yeah.
on Wikipedia right now. That's the lists of stuff that came out this year.
I know.
In terms like movies, TV shows, music, and video games is unreal.
Fucking crazy. But so this
Good
was like
God.
this was like peak. My mom would go into town to get groceries and would drop me at the movie theater, and I would just spend my allowance on playing the Terminator 2 arcade game.
As you do.
There was one in every movie. Can someone explain that to me? Every movie theater in America had the gun Terminator arcade game in the late 90s.
Oh yeah,
They all did.
Yeah.
I don't.
there must have been some marketing campaign to like the kinds of places that have arcade games that none of us were aware of, because
Yeah.
it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
And people kept them until that gun was just like dangling off of
Oh,
the
God,
fucking
yeah.
game
It was
mile
so-
wide.
The handle was polished smooth.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they would move it to some shitty bowling alley.
10,000 people's worth of grease and schmutz.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Back
Yeah,
over
especially
it.
at a movie theater where everybody's hands are covered in popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
But we
But-
all played it.
The screens are all have 1,000 years of burn-in somehow.
Yeah.
Like unreal.
If you're ever in St. Joseph, Missouri, there is a movie theater on the Belt Highway that was at one point the like nice movie theater, and then it became the dollar theater, and then it's now I think abandoned. That's where I basically lived.
It still lives in the abandoned building.
I still live in the abandoned movie theater in St. Joe. No, that and the mall. We can talk about the mall. I might be the only one of the 3 of us who has very bright mall experiences from '99. How about you, Benny?
I did not live close to
Okay.
anywhere with a mall, but my family spent we drove frequently to St. Louis to go to
That makes sense.
several of the malls, especially with like me being a teenager,
Yeah.
like a very young teenager, and my sister being like preteen years. She wanted to be at the mall all the time. So like we and I had family in the area.
Yeah.
So we were in St. Louis almost monthly.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, like, the mall was, like, really the social network at the time.
Yeah.
Because we
yeah.
didn't really have instant messenger or anything like that yet. Even that, instant messaging is kind of dead. Well,
Yeah.
I guess Discord's like,
But I mean,
but
I think it's integrated rather than its own thing into the culture at this point.
So it was really important for people because otherwise, because even cell phones weren't a thing, not really, or not for not for teenagers. Definitely,
it was
Exactly.
a thing that like guys who had a job, people who had a job that required it had, but just regular folks didn't have one.
Well, it was
so
like, it was like
how
the
you
technology.
socialized was
Yeah.
the mall.
Yeah. Also, I think it was 99. I got AIM. I got AOL Instant Messenger.
I think I had ICQ or whatever that was.
I tried to hit on girls on AIM, and it did not go well. It was really bad. But
I would always go to the Merle Hay Mall in
Okay.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay.
I had good experiences there. We didn't get to go very often because we were broke as shit. It was kind of like a special, like maybe once a half a year we would go. And it's because we were going to Sam's Club or some shit and
sure.
in Des Moines, so we needed to get our poor people food in bulk.
The giant sacks of cereal. And,
Yeah.
I grew up on multi-meal sack cereal.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like 10% the fucking, whatever the...
He's 10% multi-meal.
His body's going to last forever.
Yeah.
He cut him open. It's Marshmallow Mateys. You know what I'm talking about.
God, yeah, with the amount of preservatives in that shit, maybe I'll live forever. Yeah, no, but like, so my mom would drive into town, and we live like 20, 30 minutes away from St. Joe, and would drive into town, go to the grocery store, and drop me at the fucking movie theater. And so I've got a list here of movies that came out in 99, movies that I saw by myself in this theater.
Oh no, I have some ideas here.
No, I mean, none of them are terrible.
No, I mean like, did you go see like Eyes Wide Shut by yourself?
No. I don't think that played at that movie theater. Honestly.
Okay.
I saw The Matrix.
He Pee Wee Herman'd himself in the theater.
No.
Brent whips out his
Not
chungus.
as far as we're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rumor. The Matrix, Star Wars Phantom Menace, Sixth Sense, The Mummy, Austin Powers, Fight Club, and Dogma. Oh, and Pokemon. The Pokemon movie I went and saw. Because I was at that point, I was emulating Pokemon on my Mac and having a grand old time doing it.
Also forgot The Iron Giant, South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Still a good movie.
I did not see that until later. But
Oh, these are the ones that you saw. That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot I immediately abandoned what you had told me for my own purposes. I apologize.
That's kind of the...
Those are a couple other movies that came out that year.
This will tickle your jimmies. Another big gaming thing in 1999, and I feel stupid for not remembering it earlier. Demo discs.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Yes. Demo discs. So for all of our most everything at this time, I mean, there's still cartridge like the N64, but for PC and PlayStation, like original PlayStation, even like you could go to Pizza Hut.
Yep.
And they had demo discs. It was just a CD-ROM that have just short little snippets of various games. And that's kind of how they got you to play their games back in the day. Is that because again, the internet didn't. Well, it existed, but not. It was in its infancy. It was mostly like food blogs and chat rooms, like.
And then you would write a check and stuff it in a letter and physically mail it to the company to buy the video game on floppy disk.
Yeah.
Because I am ancient.
Yeah.
And then Then the Pony Express would bring your copy of the game back to
Right.
you.
The carrier pigeon would bang into the side of your house, and that's how you knew. That the game had arrived.
Or if you were like a rich kid and you had a subscription to like PlayStation Magazine or PlayStation or Game Informer. I think it was a Game Informer because there was a PC, magazine.
PC Gamer was the one that I subscribed to, and
they had a demo disc too.
Every issue came with a demo disc.
Yeah.
My mom had Mac Addict magazine, which was the equivalent for Mac, and it was great because once a month the magazine would show up. I'd rip the demo disc in its little plastic sleeve off tearing the cover every time.
Ignoring the Playboy that also came with, that was in its own
that also came with the demo disc. Run upstairs.
Holy shit! I wonder if they did do that though. They might have.
They probably did.
At some point they might have. Yeah.
Here's your copy of Leisure Suit Larry.
There was a period, and this is still in the heart of it, where companies realized how cheap CDs were to produce, and they were like, "Oh, we can just fucking plaster our shit everywhere."
Yeah, if you were above, or if you were younger than a certain age, you don't realize how many CDs were just everywhere, just abandoned discs of random shit. Just in the garbage in the streets, in parking lots.
Yes.
Like looking back now, people started decorating shit with them because there was you can probably still find AOL trial discs because you could get them anywhere. Every coffee shop had a basket full of AOL free subscription discs. They were fucking everywhere.
I found the Wayne's World original movie soundtrack and a bank of snow.
Yep.
And that's how I got that CD.
I had a Montgomery Gentry CD that I found in the fucking parking lot of Walmart, and I was like, oh, cool. And my dad was like, somebody probably hucked that out the fucking window, right? I was like,
whatever. Only 2 tracks are skipping, so it's good.
It's fine. Yeah. I had a friend who they had a big chipboard desk. And they took all the fucking free ass weird CDs and glued them backwards onto it. Yep. So the whole desk had that shiny reflective.
Yep.
It was cool. I thought it was really neat. I asked my mom if I could do it, and she said no.
Wildly different qualities too, because if you get discs from that time, it's kind of a crapshoot whether you're going to have disc rot.
Yeah, yeah. About half of the
whether they sealed the edges appropriately to prevent the oxidation of the readable layer. Nerd stuff.
Yep. But
delicious.
I kind of regret
layer.
I kind of regret not holding on to some of those demo discs though.
Yeah,
because I still have some original PlayStation games today. I mean, the original jewel cases are shattered, so I had to put them in
I still have some of my magazines, not the dirty ones, but some of my gaming magazines.
I still have a original copy, because this came out in '99 too. Yeah. Dino Crisis. I have that in my basement right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over and play some Dino Crisis.
Fuck yeah, man.
That sounds awesome.
Dino Crisis, for all of our fans, is what Capcom was doing when they weren't doing Resident Evil.
Yeah, it
was Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was Resident Evil with dinosaurs. That's what I was going to say.
Surprisingly, actually a really good fucking game.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Anything the second one was garbage, but the first one was very, actually kind of terrifying.
Isn't there a Dreamcast port of the first one, too?
There might be. I don't remember.
I think there is.
My first exposure to Dino Crisis was on a demo disc. So,
yes.
Yeah.
We had a CD spindle sitting next to our Mac, and I would rip that demo disc off the fucking cover and slam it in the Performa. Our Mac Performa from 1993. Of course, about half the shit wouldn't run because it was way too fucking old and had a 33 megahertz processor, so it wasn't super blazing fucking fast. And But yeah, I remember there were so many weird games because they were so desperate to fill space on those fucking things that they would put whatever. There was
and sell you the game too.
Yeah.
Because again, internet and shit wasn't a thing. So they had to get to their audience somehow.
Right. This is how I found out about Ambrosia Software, who was the company that made Escape Velocity Override. I also have this enduring memory of this game that I kept playing because it was so broken that I was convinced that I didn't understand how the game worked.
I played a couple of those.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But it was like basically a glorified HyperCard stack with pictures of like acting students carrying like fucking super soakers instead of guns, and it was like a sci-fi.
So this is what I was going to say about it, just as a comment, is like, anybody could make a game at the time. You still can, but like there was a time period, and I think we've gone back this direction a bit with accessibility and the ability to publish your own stuff. But anybody could make a game. The threshold to entry was so low that if you could code at all, you could make a game and get it out in front of some number of people.
The difference is the size of the audience that you could reach, because like
oh, absolutely.
But in terms of like barrier to entry, it was absolutely the same. Because like you look at Steam now, right, and you scroll through it's
exactly what I mean.
Yeah, there's just so much just schlock, just fucking
wading
garbage
through an ocean of it.
And sometimes there's great stuff there, but like I think people who maybe are younger listeners maybe imagine that is a product of the internet age. No, it was like that before. There was always so much garbage, just flotsam and jetsam of like culture everywhere.
Yeah, the shit. It was kind of the reason why the video game
crash happened in the 80s. Yeah,
because they were just hucking games. Like, has anyone ever played the original Back to the Future for the NES? Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, yes.
Again, it's one like E.T., of course, being the most famous one, where it's like they were making these games and getting someone's license for likeness or whatever, and just coming out with shit
all the, like,
because
LJN.
they could.
Well, because they thought at the time that you just needed one guy who knew how to code,
right,
and that one guy to make a game, and then you were going to rake in money. That was the idea at the time.
I had Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3 on NES, that is the full game title. It is Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3 is the name of the game. And I remember spending so many like summer days as a kid trying to just parse it. Just figure out what the goal was. Because it didn't come with a manual. Like, I bought it used. And it was just like, what am I meant to do?
What is this game?
You run around and then you drop down a level, but the level that you drop down to looks exactly the same as the level you were just on. And you run around and it's basically just like a dying simulator.
No, like match with the movie in any way, shape, or form. No recognizable object from
I don't remember Aliens in Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah.
And I should clarify a couple things. For one, you mentioned it just now. It was not uncommon for games to come with full manuals, like sometimes color rendered, significant length manuals for how to experience and play the game. They were kind of their own beautiful experiences.
99 when Final Fantasy VIII, I still like have that. It came with like it had a background. It even had like the fucking character's age and blood type.
Oh yeah,
like in the manual. So to bounce off what Benny was saying, that was really common across all games. I can't remember. I think Halo was like 2001 or 2002.
Yeah.
But this trope would extend for a few years after until the internet was like much bigger. Then they just stopped putting manuals in games. But I'm like, a lot of those games had the full color manual with a shit ton of detail, given backgrounds on even weapons.
And especially the big box PC games, just went fucking apeshit.
It was like an 8x6 fucking box.
I think they came
for one CD.
They used to come in like full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. They came in boxes the size of a ream of paper.
I remember. So I mostly bought
ridiculous.
Most of my PC games that I had at that time, I had gotten. So again, for the kids, the way it used to work is a PC game would come out and it would come out in big box format first. And then eventually they would drop it down to jewel case, which would just be the CD in a case like an audio CD.
The plastic CD case that
I was just going to say
know.
jewel cases don't really exist anymore. You might have to explain it.
Yeah. But like if you have in your mind what like a PlayStation game looks like, or a music CD, like that.
Can we talk about the best at the until you get into like the indestructible, like the permanence of the digital age that we live in now, where like everything can persist beyond media destruction. Before that, can we talk about how amazing the CD and DVD were as a format, as compared to the
floppies.
as compared to the absolute fragility and brittleness of a jewel case?
Yes.
Can we talk about the least effective storage mechanism with the most effective media at the time?
Okay, I want to talk. Yeah, let's talk about that. But sorry, hang on. I just want.
That's its own comment right there. We don't need to talk about it. The jewel case was the least reliable thing on the planet. Every one of them broke. They're all broken now. No jewel case exists anymore.
So they really don't.
Is that why
the hinge was the first thing to go?
Exactly.
All the time.
Every company was convinced that we wanted fucking caddies for our CDs. Is it because they knew jewel cases were so terrible?
Fucking
probably.
I owned so many over there.
Oh my god, caddies are their own thing.
Yeah.
This is just. I'm realizing more and more this is just us listing incomprehensible words.
Yes. JNCO jeans.
But no, okay. The point that I was making about the jewel cases versus the big box, I had exactly two games that I bought in big box format, meaning that I spent the money when they were still new releases. StarCraft and Baldur's Gate, and both of them came with full page, like full color manuals that were huge, like Benny was saying, like they were like full, like 8.5, 11 sheets of paper.
They're books.
Yeah. And both of them came with maps. No, Baldur's Gate came with a full fold-out map that I had on my wall. StarCraft came with a tech tree that was a full fold-out poster. Oh my God. I played so much fucking StarCraft. StarCraft was my first ever, and I think this was this year. Yes, this was 99. StarCraft was my first ever experience playing online multiplayer. And,
really?
Yeah.
You were victimized early.
I got my shit wrecked.
Was WoW out, I think, in 99? Or
no.
Or maybe EverQuest.
EverQuest
was. Yeah, EverQuest was, but I don't think WoW
Evercrack.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, Neverrest? Yep.
Yeah, Neverrest. Yeah.
I never played EverQuest, but the girl on the cover always made me stop for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, huh. She looks nice.
If you guys couldn't tell, Brent is perpetually horny, and that's okay.
That's true. Hey everybody, Future Brent here. We're going to cut it here, and we're going to do kind of a different thing than how we normally do this. So this episode on 1999 was meant to be just kind of a fun change of pace, lighthearted episode, pretty short. Obviously, that didn't happen. You know, we got in there, we started talking, we had a lot to say. The final audio was about 3 hours. So, what I've decided to do is I'm going to cut it into two parts. This is going to be episode 43, and then I'm going to have a part 2. However, the part 2 is not going to be episode 44, because, you know, I know there's some people, probably a lot of you, who come here for discussion of video games and not so much discussion of our experiences. And I want to honor that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have episode 43 part 2 come out as a supplemental. We'll do the rest of the 99 episode will come out here in the next couple days, maybe a week. And then in 2 weeks, when we'd normally have another episode, our next episode will go live. And that one's going to be on Skies of Arcadia, with an emphasis on the Skies of Arcadia Legends edition on GameCube. If you like what we're doing, please reach out to us on Discord. You can watch our videos on YouTube. I know Kirk's working on a This Month in Gaming. We've got some Let's Plays that we're working on. There should be lots of cool content for you guys. But mostly, just come hang out with us on Discord and let us know your thoughts and, tell us what you'd like to see more of. With that, thanks again for listening. Bye. Can I get a mic check from you guys?
Check on Brent's balls. Check
them. Grab them. Twist them. Well, not twist. That would hurt. More like tug.
Tickle.
Little tug.
Tickle.
Like maybe tongue underneath.
Yank on the...
Get
yank
right,
on the curlies a little bit.
Get right in the grundle.
Make sure that
Can I not get a mic check from you guys?
Get the tongue right at the
you
bottom.
May not.
The cusp.
This is going to happen.
Yep.
You're going to get a straightener on your ball hair and give you a blowout.
Yep.